Laville Lancer football is back on the air. The 1-2 Winamac Warriors pay a visit to Lancer Field tonight. Winamac brings with them a new coach and a new scheme. The Warriors play a physical style with a lot of enthusiasm. Ethan Rogers is the featured back, averaging 7.7 yards per carry. Colby Johnson leads the defense with 18 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. Laville is 1-2 on the year after a 41-0 loss through Class 1A, number 1 ranked Pioneer last week. The Lancer defense has been put to the test early. The Blue Crew defense shut out North Newton, held state-ranked Triton scoreless in the second half, and played a solid week last week against the Panthers. Dakota Fig, Robbie Pope, Corbin Brown, and Zach Atkinson lead the defense. This is the 10th meeting all time. Laville leads the series 7-2, including a 28-6 victory last year on September 10th. Laville Lancer football is brought to you by First Source Bank in La Paz and the Union North United School Corporation. I'm here with Mr. Way Wanger. He joins me tonight on the broadcast for LVH1. And I am Kenny Kramer. It's time for a short break. We'll get started with our pregame following this short timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
The following broadcast is the exclusive property of LVH1 and the Union North United School Corporation for the private use of our audience and fans. Any retransmission or duplication of this broadcast without the written consent of LVH1 or the Union North United School Corporation is strictly prohibited. We hope you enjoy this event, and go Lancers!
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
And we're back to Lancer Field. Once again, my name is Kenny Kramer, and I'm joined tonight with the Mr. Way Wanger.
Thanks, Coach. We got about 10 and a half minutes till kickoff here. Weather looks really, really good. It's a little bit overcast, a little bit muggy to start, but at Friday Night Lights, and we're good to go.
Yes, we are. So last week, the Laville Lancer football team lost a tough game to the number 1 ranked in Class 1A Pioneer Panthers. But there's a lot of pluses to take away from that loss. The defense, they played tough. You know, they caused some turnovers. They forced a lot of fumbles, although they didn't get the fumbles most of the time. But, you know, the defense, they held Pioneer to only 41 points, which is a plus.
That seems like a misnomer to me. There's no moral victories. But you're right. They made the number 1 team in Class 1A, who's going to beat a lot of teams this year, by the way. We may just see them down in the Dome come Thanksgiving time. But they made them put the ball on the field. I counted 4 times. And as I recall, we recovered 2 of those. That would be Laville. Nothing wrong with the effort. Nothing wrong with the defensive effort at all, Kenny. It's just our offense is a work in progress.
Yes, it is. So we're going to go to the interview with Coach Hostrauser right now.
Yeah, they are a very talented team, obviously. They're not unanimously number one in the state by mistake. You know, I thought our kids fought hard during that game. I thought they gave, you know, their all. We gave them a short field a lot due to turnovers and those sorts of things. And whenever you play a great team like that, you can't afford any kind of mistakes like that. And those caught up to us in the end. You know, you keep saying young team and doing that, and that, you know, that'll ride you for a while. But then you got to take ownership in the way that you play and the way that you do things. And holding on to the football is something that you can control, regardless of your age. So those are things that we need to shore up and make sure that we are a little better on each and every week. They have a new head coach, and they're running a little bit different scheme than what they've ran in the past. It's typical Winamac. They're going to play hard, they're going to play with an edge, and they're going to come right at you, and they're going to give you everything that they got. So, you know, I look for a very spirited, very competitive game, hard-hitting game. They run pretty much a 3 yards in a cloud of dust style offense, and they are very, very physical. So we're going to have to match that. They've gotten better each week that they've played, at least on film. They've looked better and better and better, and I think that becomes is because of them getting familiar with their new scheme of things. And then once you get familiar with things, you know your responsibilities, you can tend to play faster and a little more confident. And you know, they got their first win last week against a tough North White squad that they didn't allow an offensive touchdown during that game. So it's going to be a tough one. I think when you have a new head coach and you got a new scheme, you got to spend a little extra time digging in film and trying to find tendencies and those sorts of things, and trying to become as familiar as you can with what they tend to do and what their strengths and weaknesses are. Because you know, usually what happens when you get a new scheme, you start to play a little bit slower until you're familiar with that, and then as the season evolves, you get a little bit quicker and a little bit quicker and a little bit quicker as your confidence grows. These guys are no exception to that. And Coach Barr, he's taken I believe it was a team from Indianapolis down to the Dome. So he knows how to get there, he knows what he's doing, and he's very well respected in the coaching community. So it's not like you're getting a rookie over there. So he'll get those guys going, and they'll be playing fast and hard for them. And as they get that confidence, it'll just keep getting better and better and better. So they're no different than we are. You know, they're looking to get better each and every week and play hard and have their kids, you know, do their scheme to the best of their ability. To be competitive against a team like this, you got to win a war at the line of scrimmage. Leverage is going to be huge at the line of scrimmage this week. We got to have kids that, you know, stance and start, first 3 steps. You got to do the right thing each and every time. We got to get better at reading our keys on defense. Last week we did it sporadically. When we did it, we played really well. When we didn't, it showed. So you really have to stay in tune with what we're trying to do defensively. Offensively, we got to find some consistency. You know, we get some good things going, and then we'd shoot ourselves in the foot with a, you know, an offside procedure penalty. We'd fumble the ball away. We'd throw an interception. You know, we just have to get a lot more consistent. And I think each and every week we're getting closer, but we need to execute on Friday night.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Laville Lancerfield. I am Kenny Kramer alongside Mr. Wayranger, and we're getting set here for kickoff. And I want to hear, what are your predictions tonight?
Well, I'm not one for making predictions, Kenny. I don't know the Winamac squad too well. I know they're struggling with a new coach and new system. We're struggling with new personnel in clutch positions. But I think I'm going to, all things being equal, I go with the home squad, and I'm looking for a Lancer victory tonight.
I am the same way as well. I'm looking for the Laville Lancers to, they're going to come out and they're just going to forget about last week. They're going to come out and they're just going to play football, and the Laville Lancers are going to get a win tonight, and they're going to move on to 2-2 on the season.
That's our hope. I was talking to some of, we're just about getting ready for the national anthem here, so we'll pick up this Well, it'll be a minute yet. Talking to some of the student athletes today at school, they're confident. Getting shellacked by the #1 team in 1A is no shame. There's no shame in that. And I think they feel confident coming in tonight, Kenny.
Especially with the defense
Yes.
causing
Yes.
Pioneer to take almost 10 or 12 minutes just to score their first touchdown.
There are some hitters on that defense, and that's where I think is going to carry us until our offense can come around. It's a young offense. We're relying on a lot of young ball players in key positions, starting with freshman quarterback Leighton Sarnecki.
Exactly. He's coming into his 3rd start, and, you know, 4th start. Never mind. I'm always wrong here, so.
That's not necessarily true, Kenny. When it comes to knowing your high school football, you're the go-to guy, Kenny. They don't call you ESPN for nothing.
Okay, Ballmer.
Laville Pep Band under the direction of Nick Lido leading the school song very competently. Very, very good band. I think you know a little something about that, don't you, Kenny?
Do I know something about that band?
Yeah, I think you may be an alumni of that band for about 4 years or so.
Oh, yeah.
Got about 2 minutes till kickoff.
I do miss that band, being in the band, but practices I don't miss at all.
Here come the Lancers out on the field, led by David King, our leader, undisputed leader on defense, in my opinion, and Braxton Sauer.
All
Jacob
the seniors.
Good, all the seniors, which again, they're pretty much expected as usual to carry a team, a young team, until our offense can come around.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I got a feeling I feel pretty good about our offense tonight. This could be a breakout night.
I think it needs to be for our offense. And we're going to send it over to the Star Spangled Banner.
Auto 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Join the Lancer Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Nicholas Lido.
We honor America by the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you. Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Laville High School in Lancer Field for tonight's Tuesday North Carolina.
And we're back to Lancer Field. We're about ready to kick this game off.
Isn't that just an outstanding rendition of the national anthem? I just, to have that kind of coordination and that kind of balance in a marching band, you're talking 15, 16, 17, sometimes 14-year-old students out there. Just a terrific job by Mr. Lido and the band.
Indeed, indeed.
Well, we're just about ready here, Kenny. We're getting band off the field. Looking down. Lancers captains tonight are
This is the 10th meeting all
3
time
seniors and a
between
junior.
Lancers and Winamac.
It's what it was last week.
7-2
Jacob Good, Braxton Sauer, Dakota Fig, and Riley Wagner.
Riley Wagner, our lone junior captain.
Friday night, with all you remember that game. The game was called halftime, was finished on the next day.
I remember that game last year, don't you, Ken?
I do remember that game.
Yeah.
It was.
They sent us home at halftime. And poor Mr. Watts driving that fan bus. It was thundering, it was lightning, it was raining all the way back from eastern Pulaski County back here. And when we got back, fortunately, I was parked on an incline, so I didn't have water in my car. But I've heard the student parking lot was underwater, and some of the
it was.
Some of the ball players couldn't even get into their car to go home that night.
I do remember that. It was raining the whole night, too, and it was...
From about the time we got off the bus, it started raining, as if they knew we were coming.
Yes.
And that was a 2-day affair. Lancers pulled that one out 28-6. And it looks as though that Lancers are going to get the ball first. Did I see that correctly?
I do believe so. I couldn't see. I'm sitting right in front of the where the windows meet, so... It's kind of hard for me to see.
I got the best seat in the house, I think, Kenny.
You do.
Is that older man's privilege? Is that what that is?
I believe that's what it is. If you want to call it that, then you go right ahead.
I'm just glad to be here with you, Kenny. Glad to be here. Calling Lancer football with you, and I stand corrected. It looks like Dakota Fig's out there ready to kick the ball off to the Winamac Warriors. So Lancers will be on defense first. And that's oftentimes a good sign.
Yes.
You want to get out there and you want to hit somebody right away.
Yeah, you do. Because you're tired of hitting your own teammates during practice, and it's time to go out and hit someone else.
You're just jacked up. I just imagine you're jacked up right now.
I'm jacked up for Saturday, dude. That's what I'm jacked up for.
I'm jacked up for 25 minutes from now. That's when the Boilers kick off.
Lancer Nations, put your hands together. It's time for Lancer football.
Dakota Fig for the Lancers to kick off, and we're underway.
Down left side.
Two on the return.
Out to about the 30-yard line. I think we can deal with that. That's a pretty good starting position.
Yes, it is. Winamac Warriors will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Another one of our freshmen, Caden Rush, making that tackle on the opening kickoff.
Ball's at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Winamac. Put it down.
Double wing look.
Another option attack.
Kind of a reverse.
Harley Pugh on the carry.
This looks like another option attack. It looks kind of just like what Pioneer ran last week.
From everything the kids tell me, you've got to keep your assignments. It's all about gap assignments because the ball is going from left to right oftentimes. So if you know your assignment, you've got to stick with it.
We'll get a bit of the shotgun action here.
Shotgun, pistol action. And
I believe it's a false start on Winamac. Dead ball false start on the Winamac Warriors.
You'll have that in a new coach, new system, Kenny, especially with a movement on your offense, a lot of motion offense.
So they lose
Second
5 yards. Another option look here.
Motion. Full back up the middle. Ooh, nice tackle. Is that Dakota?
The ball for Winamac.
Holding him about 3 yards short.
Dakota Fig on the tackle for the Lancers.
That was number 23, Austin Brandt, on the carry.
Ball at the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
You got about 5 yards there. 3rd and 3 on the 38-yard line.
Big play here. Big play. Set the tone early.
They're going to go back to that option look.
Pitch out.
Pitch,
First down.
and he got the first down.
Q on the carry for Winamac.
Dakota Fig on the tackle again.
Tackle by Zach Atkinson.
Zach Atkinson gets there on the action. Gets the tackle for the Lancers.
Dakota on the assist, I would say.
First and 10, Winamac.
You would have to say, yeah. First and 10 now for Winamac on the 43-yard line.
This is what killed us last week on that first drive. Actually, it was two weeks ago against Triton. 5 straight first downs. Ball on the ground. Still picks it up for 5 yards. Missed opportunity there.
Dylan Fox on the carry for Winamac.
Number 36, Dylan Fox there on the carry after the fumble.
Braxton Sauer on the tackle.
Braxton Sauer is credited with the tackle. And if I do believe correctly, wasn't he supposed to be the starting quarterback for us, or?
There was the competition was wide open. We all thought he was the leading candidate. I snapped. Oh, nice look.
And the Lancers are all over that one.
Is that Jake Martin in there, number 54?
Gabe Townsend on the carry.
That was 28, Gabe Townsend there on the carry. Went nowhere but backwards.
Good defensive surge there by the Lancers. 3rd and 8 now.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
They going to pass it, Coach? You would think, huh?
You would think, but they're having success with that running game. It looks like they're just going to go right back to that and pound it down the Lancers' throat.
Maybe 2-down territory even, depending on what they do here.
No, it's going to be a pass out of that look.
Oh, tight end was wide open, just a little high. Just a little high.
That pass was intended for number 23, Austin Brandt. He had the ball in his hands, but he just couldn't make the grab. It brings up 4th down. 4th and 8 for the Winamac Warriors at the 45-yard line.
Riley Wagner on nearest man there, but if he'd have corralled that ball in, we'd have had Winamac would have had their first down. Now they're forced to punt, and it looks like Dakota Fig back to receive this punt.
Yes, it is. 8:47 left to go in the first quarter.
Low kick.
And the kick goes out of bounds.
About
around
34.
The 34-ish yard line, 33-ish.
34-yard line.
So really wasn't that great of a kick.
Flip the field a little bit. Flip a little bit of field position.
We're going to keep it right here.
Lancers on offense. This is the key to me, Kenny. How is our offense? Can we put together a drive more than 50 yards? You're going to have to here.
Yes, you're going to have to do that, especially with a good running back and
freshman quarterback.
Yes.
Got Andrew Dill in the backfield, another freshman. 22, Robbie Pope up the middle, nice surge.
Pope gets about 3 or 4.
I'll take 3 or 4 yards on first down, Kenny, won't you?
Well, you're going to have to take it. As long as it's positive, you'll take about anything right now.
That's right. Robbie Pope, a rough, tough kid, paid his dues last year as a freshman. Nice kid in the band, I might add.
Well, not right now. He's on the field. Pitch.
Come on, Andrew. Looks like first down yardage.
Oh, he's got a first down and more. It's Andrew Dill with the carry.
Nice run by the freshman. Nice run by the freshman.
Gets the first down, and, he wants a little bit more yardage on that, too.
Hey, I'll take it.
Got out at the 46-yard line of Winamac.
16 on that. Am I right on that? Nice.
Yes.
Nice sweep. Nice sweep. Nice blocking on the front line, too. Talking Seth Snyder out there. We're talking R.J. Guntner, of course. Zach Atkinson. Right up the middle.
Pope on the carry. Gets a yard.
David King also on that offensive line. Am I seeing 54 Jake Martin out there as well? We got some youth. Youth will be served, Kenny.
Yes, I do. Looking at the roster, Laville has 14 freshmen and 17 sophomores. I mean, that's just.
And most of them are suited up and playing. A good chunk of them are. And you know what Al McGuire used to say, the best thing about freshmen, they become sophomores. But our freshmen are stepping into roles and they're growing up on the spot.
Yes, they are.
Big in motion. Swing pass out to Dakota. Get it by him. Get by him.
He did. He breaks 2 tackles.
Breaks 2 tackles.
He's close to that first down
yardage. I believe he might have gotten that, depending on the spot. Very close.
Just short.
Think?
It's what it looks like. Yes.
Got to bring out the chains.
I believe he is just short of a first. No, that is a first down for Dakota Fig.
Well done, Dakota. Way to be a rough runner.
Broke 2 tackles.
And was leaning forward when he was tackled. That's always important. I always look for that.
Zarnecki under center. Pope breaks a couple tackles.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Big run for Robbie Pope.
He doesn't get. He gets by that second line of defenders. He's in the end zone.
No, you saw in that last play, the Winamac starting to jam the box.
Jamming the box.
And Lancers need to hit a pass over the top just to keep this defense honest.
If not, hit the outside, maybe they don't respect our speed. They've got some big beefy fellas up there on the line. Nice little drive here by the Lancers.
Zarnecki on the pitch out to Andrew Dill. Dill breaks a couple tackles.
There's Dill.
Oh.
Nice. Nice open field tackle, but beautiful run by Andrew Dill. Offense, Lancer offense is showing some serious signs of life, Kenny. We need to punch this in. Wouldn't that be a shot in the arm for the Lancer offense?
Yes, just to score early, score first, get first blood. You just get your confidence going on offense that you can move the ball.
Bet. Number 10, Aiden Doyle, another one of those, in my opinion, heralded freshmen in there. Good kid, good kid. Fine young man.
Now, it's pretty obvious what the Lancers are going to do here. They are going to run the ball. I believe Pope will get the ball. No.
Andrew
Dill
got hit, but he was leaning forward when he got hit. His momentum was going forward. We'll take it. Any gain is better than a loss, Kenny. Don't you agree?
Really?
Me being a math teacher, doesn't that stand to reason?
It does. It does. I can't argue with that. Yet again, who can argue with that? Dill got about 2 yards on the carry, 2nd and 8 from the 14.
Field goal range for a strong leg Dakota Fig, or
we're looking
to get a few more yards here?
We want to get a couple more yards and get that first down.
Keep the drive alive. Punch it in. Left
Pitch
this
out.
time. Wide left. Wide left. Got about 3 more, I would say. Is that Andrew Dill again? Sure.
Dill again on the carry. Number 23, Austin Brandt gets there on the tackle.
3rd and about 6. Huge play for the Lancer offense. I'm with you, Kenny. I want to get this first down, keep the drive alive.
Ball's on the 13-yard line.
It's 3rd and 7 from the 13-yard line.
Lancer's going to throw it here, Kenny, or 2 down
I believe
territory?
they're just going to run the ball.
Fake.
Oh, it's a fake.
He's open.
He's open in the end zone.
Caught.
Yes. Signals a touchdown. Caught by Jacob Good in the end zone.
Wonderful.
Nice pass by the freshman quarterback, Leighton Zarnecki, for the touchdown.
Jacob Good has been waiting for that for a long, long time. Nice play, fellas.
I thought that ball was a little bit underthrown there for a little bit, but Jacob Good did a good job of going back to the ball and just getting his feet down in the end zone for 6. And the Lancers
just what the doctor ordered.
Strike first on the game.
I thought he held that ball just about half a second too long, but fortunately I was wrong.
Fig for the extra point. Kick is up.
Drilled.
And it is good right down the middle. So with 3:56 left to go in the first quarter, the score now reads 7, Winamac, nothing.
I don't think
Sorry
of
for
this
the
as a high school
confusion.
weight room.
Keeping it right here,
It's
Kenny.
more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First West Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want.
And we're back to Laville Lancer Field. Dakota Fig on the kickoff for the Lancers as they took the ball right down the field and scored.
Nice kick by Dakota. Oh,
Big hit.
On the return.
that Nathan Nichols on the stop there?
I believe it was.
No, I'm looking at 87, Jimmy Fisher. Nice going, Jimmy.
Devon Schoaf and Jimmy Fisher in on the tackle. Ball be at the 30-yard
So Winamac
line.
has the ball now for their second drive of the game. Their first one stalled out as the Lancers forced a punt. Can the Lancers do it again?
Quick pitch, quick outside. Braxton.
Looks like he got
about 5 there.
About
nice
5
little
yards,
swing
yeah.
Pass. Nice little swing pass. Braxton Sauer.
Tackle by Sauer and Pope. Pick up a 5 on
Pope
the play.
also
Second
in there.
down and 5.
Active. I don't think I'd like to be hit by those two guys, Kenny. Braxton and Robbie. I don't think I'd want to be hit by those two guys.
I don't want to get hit by anyone, really, so there you go.
Oh,
quick handoff, and he
there
goes
you go.
nowhere.
Is that Jake Martin in that, or is that 64, Corbin Brown? I think that's 64, Corbin Brown on the bottom of the pile. Nice hit.
That was Gabe Townsend there on the carry.
Nothing on that one. Seth Snyder coming in for Zachary Atkinson.
If he got anything, it was probably a loss of a half a yard.
Yep. 3rd and 5, another big play for really both teams.
Laville wants to get their defense off the field here.
Like to get them to kick from back here, too.
Again, this option look by Winamac.
Left side.
Pitch out.
Pursuit.
He goes
Beautiful,
nowhere.
beautiful
He goes
pursuit by the
nowhere. He got
Lancers.
about a yard on the carry. That's Townsend again. Met by a host of Lancer players.
Beautiful swarming. Coach really likes seeing 4 or 5 different blue jerseys around the ball carrier, Kenny.
36-yard line.
And we're forcing them to punt again.
Yes.
You're right. They did get a yard there.
Dill and Fig are deep for the Lancers.
We got 2
on,
men
Jacob,
deep
get
now.
off.
Jeff Smith will punt for Winamac.
When you got the kind of speed Andrew Dill has, I think I'd have him returning punts also.
Can we get Ethan Cote back to return these punts? Dill will pick it up. Dill along the sideline, cuts back.
Fig on the return.
Oh, it's
on
Dakota
the
Fig.
return.
Never mind.
That's a nice return. You know why? He picked it up off the ground, saved us another 5 yards, and he returned it about 10 himself.
So with 1:44 left to go in the first quarter, Lancers have the 7-0 lead.
And the ball back.
And they're looking to score again. The Lancer running game is really working tonight. Andrew Dill is the leader of that.
And how about Leighton Sarnecki, 2 for 2 in the passing game?
There you go. When you have to pass the ball, you got to pass the ball, and he's 2 for 2.
That's absolutely correct.
You've got to keep the defense honest
Keep
here.
the defense honest.
Pitch, it's
There
a
it
fake.
is again.
Ooh, tipped, intercepted.
Picked. Breaking tackles, Kenny. Layton takes him out of bounds. Clear down. Just flip the field down to the 15. Leighton Cernecki, guy who threw it. That was a tipped ball, wasn't it, Kenny?
Yes, it was a tipped ball.
Yeah.
First and 10, Winamac.
It was a nice idea. You said it earlier. We got to open up, keep them honest, soften them up with a short, quick pass.
And of course, that was Leighton Cernecki's fault, but he's got to get the ball up higher to stop it from getting tipped by the defensive line. The ball was tipped by the defensive line, and that allowed Dylan Fox to get the interception.
Yep.
So Winamac in prime territory now on offense. And they're starting
a little bit more pep in their step now, huh?
I was surprised that they ran the ball there. I was thinking they were going to pass the ball over the top because that's usually what you need to do once you get a turnover.
Oftentimes, you're right. You're right. Oftentimes, you want to go to the end zone, a play action or something. They must feel pretty good about themselves right now down here at Lancer, 13-yard line.
Inside of a minute now, 2nd and 4 for the Winamac Warriors. Run up the middle.
Very close to first down yardage.
Austin Brandt on the carry. You got about 2.
Corbin Brown makes the stop for Laville.
3rd and 2 from the 11-yard line. 35 seconds to go in the game in the first quarter.
At the 11-yard line, 3rd down and 2.
Pitch. He goes up the middle. He's got the first down.
Kyle Chumley carries 4.
Jacob Hominick in the bottom of that pile. Another one of our sophomores coming out.
It was Kyle Chumley on the carry for Winamac. And it looks like they will wait until the second quarter to do anything.
1st and 5 down at the 5-yard line starting the second quarter, Kenny.
And we will cut to a timeout as well. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Laville 7, Winamac nothing. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at Laville Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you are interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.ksgulf.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Welcome back to Laville Lancer Field. First Source Bank is proud to support Laville Athletics. Visit a branch today or go online at firstsource.com to learn about our e-student checking account. Member FDIC.
Winamac, right side. Looks like he's in.
He's in, and yes, he's in. Signal for a touchdown.
Kyle Chumley on the carry for Winamac
So
and a touchdown.
5 seconds into the second quarter, although they were 5 yards away from the end zone anyway. Winamac.
Yeah, he is a load. You're right.
Answers the Laville touchdown
With
after the interception by Leighton Zarnecki.
Is this they call the swinging door here, Kenny?
Teams have started doing this ever since Oregon did it. I don't know what it's called. I don't really know why teams do it, but
deception, apparently.
I guess. And that kick is no good. The kick was wide left.
Lancers 7,
So
Winamac 6.
11:55 to go in the second quarter. The score now reads Laville 7, Winamac 6. The Indiana High School Athletic Association supports positive interactions at all events throughout the year. Let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. We're going to get a few score updates here. In the first quarter, Brother Rice and Elkhart Memorial are both tied at 0. Central Noble and Prairie Heights is 7-6 second quarter, Central Noble.
First quarter stats for you.
Jimtown and Glen are all knotted at 0 in the second quarter.
Dakota Fig is deep for the Lancers.
Northridge leads Plymouth 6-0 at the half. Concord leads Wawasee 17-14 in the second quarter.
Surprising. Got some first quarter stats here for you, Kenny. Got Winamac with 34 yards rushing, 5 yards passing, a couple of first downs. Laville 44 and 22. That's not bad balance. It's 2-1 and 4 first downs. Of course, the big play of that first quarter was the pick. Can't blame that on Leighton Sarnecki. Of course, it came out of his hand, but there's you're talking about the growing pains of a young quarterback and a young offense, truly.
And you know you got to move on from that, but
Exactly.
you're gonna have turnovers.
You'll have turnovers even with veterans. 14.
But it's just how you bounce back from those turnovers.
That's
You
right.
just got to put the turnovers behind you and move on to the next play.
That's right.
I sound like a coach. I know I do. I sound like a coach.
Easier said than done, though, right, Coach?
Yes. So Laville will have the ball now, 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line.
What do you say? Is that point going to come back and haunt Winamac?
I believe it will.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, let's make them pay for it. High formation by the Lancers.
Is that Andrew Dill on the carry? I believe it was Andrew Dill.
Andrew Dill on the
Yes,
carry.
Andrew Dill on the carry.
Dill had a nice head of steam. Winamac made a nice recovery there. Held him to no gain.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
I would say you give the ball off to Robbie Pope right up the middle. Let him work up there.
Jed Rock on the offensive line.
Pitch out to Dill. No,
Andrew
Dakota
breaks
Fit.
one tackle. Can't get by the second.
Dill on the carry.
He got about a yard and a half.
On the stop for the Warriors.
Nice tackle by Kobe Johnson
Third
for
down
the
and 8.
Winamac.
Ball's at the
Third
Lancer 34-yard
and, 3rd and 8, a long 8. Big play here and early in the second quarter, Kenny.
Yes, it
You
is.
don't want to give the ball back right back after a turnover and touchdown.
No, you don't. Zarnicki now on the shotgun. Pass out.
Yep. Robbie Pope about 3 yards short, it looks like. In the open field, good open field tackle.
Tackle by Dylan Fox.
Dylan Fox credited with the tackle. He was the one who also picked the ball off on that last possession for the Lancers.
Very active. Dakota Fig back to punt. Jed Rock coming in on the offensive line.
Harley Pugh deep for
That is number 18, Harley Pugh, back for the Winamac Warriors. 4th and 2 for the Lancers at the 40-yard line. Ooh. And the ball just dropped dead.
Drops dead.
At about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, could be worse. Could be worse. About a 22-yard punt there.
9:43 to go in the first half. 7-6 Lancers. Winamac has the ball back.
Third possession by Winamac. Let's see what they do here.
They've gone 1 for 2.
Scoring drive-wise?
Well, yes.
Shotgun.
Pass
Swing,
out
quick
to,
swing.
I believe that was Harley Pugh. Yes, Harley Pugh on the reception.
Riley Wagner out there on the open field tackle.
Got about 3 yards on the play.
Pick up to the 41-yard line.
That's a good open field tackle. You don't make that tackle, he gets about 4 or 5 more yards.
2nd and 7 now for the Warriors at the 41-yard line. Looks like they're going to be passing the ball here. Pass out. Oh, nice hit.
Beautiful hit. Ball loose.
No, he was ruled down.
Edgar Alvarado out there in the open field.
That was a nice open field tackle there.
Speaking of number 13, Edgar Alvarado, Kenny, junior, first-year starter. I credited him with 3 touchdown saving tackles last week against number 1 Pioneer.
It's a run play. He's the quarterback now. Breaks a few tackles, but he just ends up going backwards.
Ran out of room.
He lost about a half a yard, if not a yard, on the play.
Jim Smith on the carry.
Nathan Nichols on the
Tackle
tackle.
by Nathan Nichols-Peterson. Loss of 1 on the play.
Nice defensive stand there, Kenny.
And that's
I was
what
afraid momentum was on Winamac's side, but it looks that was a nice defensive stand.
It was. That's what the Lancers wanted. You got to get their defense off the field and get the ball back.
They strung out that play nicely. He did break a couple of arm tackles, but fortunately Nathan was out there on the sideline to bring him down.
4th and 6 for the Warriors on the punt. Ooh, low snap.
Low kick.
Kick
Angled toward the sidelines.
And it will go out of bounds.
Punt will roll out of bounds.
So there's 7:32 left to go in the first half. Lancers lead 7-6.
Got it about the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 Lancers.
28-yard kick there. But switch field position.
Winamac is loading the box on every single play. Ball given to Robbie Pope, and he bursts through the line.
That's the way to break tackles. That's what happens when you break the box. You get through that first line of defense, Kenny. You can run a long time.
Pick up a 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
Nice first down run. We do have some speed in that backfield, Kenny.
Yes, we do. With Andrew Dill.
We're kind of used to that too, aren't we?
Ever since a kid named Ethan Curtay.
Was it Curtay? Is that his name?
Yeah. I don't think he was very good here.
We had a little thunder and lightning back there, let's say.
Pitch out.
Fig on the carry.
That was Dakota Fig now on the pitch.
You know, I want to say something. He wasn't credited for the tackle, but Dylan Fox, number 36, turned that play inside. If he doesn't shut off that block at the line of scrimmage, that's going to be a long first down run. As it is, it's 3rd and 1. A huge play here for both sides. Lancers, I think, are a little bit reluctant to put the ball in the air now. Hopefully, they don't need to.
No, I believe they will just go right up the middle. Robbie Pope on the carry. Don't think he got it.
Nice hit at the line of scrimmage.
He got a little bit.
Tackle by Dylan Fox.
There's that name again. They're giving him a first down run on that. I sure didn't see it. I thought it was a loss.
I thought he didn't get it.
Good eyes by you.
All in all, he got a first down.
You know what? You play the game 10 yards at a time, and that's exactly what we got there. We got 10 yards on that 3 plays.
You
know, you keep doing that, you'll never lose, right?
You got to score.
10 yards at a time.
Timeout by the Lancers. And we will take the timeout as well. 5:39 to go in the first half. Laville leads the Winamac Warriors 7-6. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
And we're back to Lancer Field. LVH1 Broadcasting is always looking for donors and sponsors for our athletic broadcasts. Email us today at broadcasting.unorth.k12.in.us and join LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation, today. I believe the Lancers in a little bit of a passing formation here.
Shotgun option. Nope.
Nope.
Layton keeps it.
Layton keeps. He got
Maybe a yard out of that.
a half a yard.
Was that designed that way, Kenny, or do you think that was
I-
a little bit of a broken play?
I believe that Leighton Zarnecki wanted the pitch. He didn't have the pitch.
Didn't have the pitch.
And he didn't want to pass the ball. So he just tucked it and run, and he got
what he could.
He got a yard out of it. 2nd and 9 to the 41.
Oh, he's a cerebral kid, as would be expected since his mother's a math teacher.
Wow. Always going back to that math
plug
teacher
in for the
thing.
math people, right.
Pitch. Ooh, broken tackle.
Nice. Nice run.
By Andrew Dill.
Nice run.
He got about 8 yards on the play.
3rd and 2, another third down for the Lancers. You know, picking up third downs is a backbreaker for the defense. So I'd really like to see us pick up this long 2 right here. And again, I want to keep re-emphasizing this. I saw number 36 turning that play inside. That was a nice run. Could have been better.
Zarnecki under center once again. Dill
Beautiful, beautiful.
breaks a couple
Beautiful.
tackles and ends up with the Lancer first down.
Lancers are putting together a little drive here.
They're throwing something together.
2
So,
straight first downs.
1st and 10 now for the Lancers at the 47-yard line of Winamac.
Kudos to that offensive line out there, busting open just enough for our speedy tailback to get through there.
High formation again for the Lancers. Give to Dill. Dill
About
got a
2
little
there.
bit.
Got a couple.
Got about a yard and a half. Credited with probably 2 yards. He's credited with a yard.
Lancers knocking on the territorial door here right about midfield.
So
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8. Or if you want to say it the other way, a 2nd and a long 9.
Pass.
Pass out goes to.
Braxton. Beautiful, beautiful. Another nice play.
Was that Braxton Sauer on the
Braxton
reception?
Sauer out there on the reception.
Nice job. Nice throw again by Leighton
Thought it
Zarnecki.
hung up there just a little too much, but it had the right angle on it. He got that ball out there nicely.
He put a little too much air under that ball.
A little bit, I thought. But that was perfect for Braxton. Nice catch.
Ball beyond the Winamac 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Lancers.
First Source Bank is known for being more helpful than big impersonal banks. Their service has been rated best in the Midwest for 2 years in a row. Don't settle for less. Switch today and partner with First Source Bank. proud sponsor of Laville Athletics, member FDIC. Few score updates here for you. Concord still leads Wawasee 17-14 in the second quarter. Jimtown and Glenn all knotted at 0 in the second quarter. Triton and Bremen 0-0 in the first quarter. Warsaw leads Elkhart Memorial 14-6 in the second quarter. New Prairie leads Washington 14-7 in the second quarter. And Penn and Orchard Lake St. Mary's all knotted at 0 in the first quarter.
Any surprises there to you, Kenny?
The Concord won.
Me too. That's exactly what I was thinking. Nice blocking. Nice blocking.
Andrew Dill once again, and he's starting to bust free now.
He's starting to find some daylight, isn't he?
Ball is down to the 11-yard line.
And the ball is down to the 11, so it will be 1st and 10 for the Lancers.
Coming off a 27-yard pass play, the Lancers are able to get a 12-yard run there, down to the 11.
Pitch
Dakota.
To Dakota Fig. He gets about 5 yards is what it looks like. It looks about 5 on the gain for the Lancers.
Tackle by Kyle Chumley.
Kyle Chumley on the tackle for the Warriors. He's credited with 4, so make it 2nd and 6 from the 7-yard line.
Just over 2 minutes to go. I wouldn't mind seeing us grind this out a little longer and score, of course.
2nd down and 6.
So we're at 2 minutes. We're at the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Inside handoff.
Robbie Pope, man.
Pope, once again, is just playing pinball down there with the defensive line, just bouncing off wimpy tacklers.
Good description. Good description, Kenny. He was playing pinball. He broke a couple down there, and those are grunt yards down there, my friend.
Those are called work yards down there.
Indeed. After this play's run, we'll be under 1:20 to go in this half.
And it looks like we already are on 1:20.
3rd and 3.
This is 4-down territory here. Pitch to Dill. Dill breaks free and is in for the Lancer touchdown. Dill gets the touchdown for the Lancers with the 1:05 to go in the first half. Some nice moves from Andrew Dill, the freshman, showing on a bit of a juke move down there. He's like,
juke. He's got. I think he's feeling it tonight. What did I say about our offense possibly coming to life tonight? This might be our breakout. First half, we're looking pretty good.
High snap.
Nice adjustment by Leighton.
But gets it down, and the field goal in the PAT is good. So with 1:05 to go in the first half, the score now reads 14-6 Lancers. We will take the timeout as well. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
And we're back to Lancer Field on the kickoff by Dakota Fig.
Got some air under it.
Nice kick there by Dakota Fig. But ball's on the ground.
Few on the returns, a fumble on the play.
There's no signal yet.
I think
And
Winamac got it back. Missed opportunity there,
Winamac did got the ball. The whole press box was like, ball. It sounded like a Notre Dame game here. Everyone in the stadium yells, ball. But the Warriors recover their own fumble with 58 seconds left to go in the first half. 1st and 10 now for the Winamac Warriors at the 32-yard line.
Aiden Doyle in to play some defense now. In at linebacker, Braxton out. Warriors going to play it conservative here, Kenny, or are they going to be they going to want to play it wide open?
You take one shot, and if that shot works, then you keep going. But if it doesn't work, then you just.
Ooh. That was a tough 6-yard gain right there on the swing pitch, Kenny.
So 6 yards. It looks like the Winamac Warriors will just keep going and see what they can get out of it. 39 seconds left to go in the first half.
Nice tackle.
Run play.
Is that David on the line of scrimmage?
That almost looked like a face mask from up here, just the way that he went down.
True.
And I'm not saying it was a face mask. I'm saying it just looked like it from up here.
That's Tyler Holland. Glad to see that. Tyler Holland's worked for a long time to get out there.
15 seconds. He's going to go for a bomb here.
Play center field.
Almost picked off.
Pass intended.
Okay, we got a 4th down. 9 seconds to go.
Is incomplete.
It might be to our advantage, Kenny.
Nathan Nicholas Peterson could have picked that ball off.
I think he deliberately let it hit the ground knowing they were going to have to punt.
Timeout, Winamac.
And Winamac will take a timeout. I really don't know why they will take a timeout here.
4th down and 5.
It's going to be 4th and 5.
Here, maybe. A little bit of trickery. They probably figure Lancers Laville won't have time to do anything. Even if disaster strikes, we wouldn't be able to get into the end zone.
LVH1 Broadcasting is always looking for donors and sponsors for our athletic broadcasts. Email us today at broadcasting.unorth.k12.in.us and join LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation today. So with 9 seconds to go, it's 4th and 5 for the Winamac Warriors. Do you take a shot here, or do you just punt the ball?
I think it's worth taking a shot on. As I said, what can happen in 9 seconds? Is that a loaded question? Or
well, I can answer that.
Hook and lateral. He was down. His knee was down. Nice try, guys. Very nice try. His knee hit the ground. That's automatically a dead ball.
Yes. So only 5 seconds went off the clock. There's 4 seconds left, and I think the Lancers will take the knee and go into the locker room with a 14-6 lead.
Listen, that knee doesn't hit the ground. We'd have been possibly looking at a run into the end zone.
Now, to answer your question, what can happen in 9 seconds?
A hook and lateral.
No, Auburn, Alabama is the best representation of what can happen. Yet that was with 1 second to go, but we all know what happened in that game.
You're almost too young to remember that, aren't you?
What, Auburn, Alabama, the Iron Bowl finished in 2013?
Is that when it was?
Yes.
Is there somebody there named who's that guy that does the dab?
Cam Newton?
That's the one I'm thinking of.
We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First West Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First West Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass thrown. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Hey, Lancer.
From the LVH1 production booth, I'm Matt Florin updating you on the First Source Bank scoreboard. First Source Bank is known for being far more helpful than a big impersonal bank. Their service has been rated best in the Midwest 2 years in a row. Don't settle for less. Switch today and partner with First Source Bank, proud supporter of LVH1 and Laville Athletics, member FDIC. Halftime here at Lancer Field, the score is 14-6. The Lancers lead the Winamac Warriors going into halftime. Updating you on scores from around northern Indiana. Halftime at Caston, Pioneer leads big over the Comets. 45-0 is the score in that Hoosier North Athletic Conference. Elsewhere, Concord leads Wawasee in the second quarter, 24-14. Jimtown leads John Glenn at the half. Jimmies are up on the Falcons, 14-0. South Bend Adams is in a close one with Mishawaka, 28-21 in favor of the Eagles at the half. South Bend St. Joseph all over South Bend Clay, 50-8 is the score in favor of the Indians. New Prairie leads South Bend Washington, 20-7. Niles and Fairfield still tied at 0 at the half. We're pleased, as always, to welcome in during halftime the weekly delivery from the IHSAA and this week's Commissioner's Corner.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell, and it is our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. And Bobby, this week, earlier in the week, Basketball Hall of Fame picnic, kind of an annual rite of fall because it's one of those things you look forward to. Number one, it's a great event. Number two, the announcement of the boys and girls teams to participate in the always outstanding Hall of Fame Classic during the Christmas break. And it does give us a chance to highlight one of the more important entities in our state, and that is the Basketball Hall of Fame.
You're right, Bob, and we're the IHSA is happy to support the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Their picnic, where the coaches come in and speak to the assembled group about their season upcoming and what to expect, and it's kind of an interesting affair because each coach doesn't want to give away what they might be doing to the other team, so they talk about how good the other team is, and it's kind of an interesting affair. But we're always happy to support that, and the Basketball Hall of Fame is such a treasure for our state, and I think sometimes we take it for granted that they exist and they do all the great things they do, but it's a very unique group in that there aren't very many states in the country that have a Basketball Hall of Fame, nobody like the one we have, and quite frankly, operates at the level and interest that they do.
Well, Chris May and his staff do an outstanding job, and you're right. I always try to explain this to people when you talk about the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame induction dinner is that Wednesday before the boys' state finals on Saturday, and it is a dinner in which 1,200 people will attend the dinner. Just gives you an idea of the scope of how important this is to our state. When you can get 1,200 people to come to a dinner that lasts, nearly 4 hours, it's an unbelievable affair. You're there every year. You can attest to it. But it's a remarkable accomplishment. And, we have the best high school basketball Hall of Fame in the world. I don't think there's any question about that.
I would agree with you, Bob, and not only do we get 1,200 there the Wednesday before the boys' championship, but later in April, the girls have their induction, and there's 700 or 800 people that attend that event as well. So when you combine those two events and the honor that they bestow upon coaches and former players and administrators, it's quite an event, and we're happy to support the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Bobby Cox with us. We're talking about high school sports in our state. All right, Commissioner Cox, week number 4. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but it's week number 4 of the high school football season coming up on Friday.
It is, and now we're getting into conference play and conference play in earnest. And what's going to happen now is coaches are going to start digging a little deeper in their playbook because they've played 3 ball games, and everybody's exchanged film on huddle. Everybody knows what's going on. So now you got to come up with something a little unique to maybe get that little advantage, to get that conference win and advance yourself in your conference and maybe win that championship leading into our tournament, which will be the 3rd week of October.
We managed to miss serious weather, and I now have put the hex on Friday night. But it has been 3 weeks of a lot of offense, 3 weeks of a lot of exciting games. I've been struck by the number of streaks that have begun and ended, but I think more than anything, I've just been amazed at how many points our teams are putting on the board every Friday night.
Well, I think that's a reflection of the opportunity that our coaches have to work with those kids during the summer, Bob. I think the advent of 7-on-7 and how much it's grown over the past several years has really improved offensive efficiency of all of our teams, and I think you're seeing that in the reflection of the scores. It's not that our defensive coaches have gotten bad. I think offensive have just gotten better, and so now it becomes a situation where defense have got to figure out ways to contain and try to keep the points down. But it's exciting for the fans, and I think it's exciting for the kids, the new style of play. I don't think you see very many schools anymore going 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, our weekly conversation about all things high school football, basketball, and all things IHSAA sports-related around our state. Commissioner, as always, it's great to talk to you. I know you're going to have a lot of fun this weekend watching some great football.
I will, Bob. Thank you very much.
It's time
Welcome back
for
to
the
halftime
Commissioner's
here at
Corner,
Lancer Field.
an exclusive
Laville
weekly
leads Winamac 14-6. Updating you on the First Source Bank scoreboard. Elsewhere in IHSAA football, Concord leads Wawasee 31-14. Northwood leads Goshen 12-10 in the 3rd quarter. And some sad news out of LaPorte County earlier today. Slicer baseball coach Ken Schreiber, an legend in LaPorte County, passed away earlier today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Slicer Athletics family in LaPorte County. I'm pleased to be joined in the press box here by the superintendent of the Union North United School Corporation, Mr. Mitchell Mayhorter. Mitch, welcome aboard for a Friday night football game.
Hey, thanks for having me.
The first thing is, it's of every single coach that has come to Laville this season, even the officials, the fans are commenting on the quality of this new Lancer field. Talk about that project and why we're able to see such a wonderful field in front of us for these Friday night games.
Well, it's a project that started this last March. The construction company started in on it, but it's beautiful. It's a brand new sod, all Kentucky bluegrass, and we're really excited about what it's going to be like for the next 50 years here at Laville.
Now, this isn't just, we should point out, it's not just the field, obviously, but it's the track and the surrounding, I guess you could say, environs. Now, talk about what does that do for a corporation in terms of having a track, having the space to use for track and field events in the spring?
I think it just makes us just a neat place to be. You know, our kids get excited, our fans are excited. We've got the tennis court also going on at the same time, so we're getting a lot of new facilities, and I think that just adds to the spirit of Laville.
Now, the football team is off to their 2017 campaign. The other sports are underway. How does having successful programs and outstanding facilities for your office, I mean, what does that do to ease your mind or help you out in terms of what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's just fun for us. It's fun for everybody, and we want to be good at everything so that we have things for kids to do and be successful at. It just makes it a lot more fun.
Mitch Mayhorter, quick stop in the press box. We appreciate your time as always, sir. It's always good to have you aboard for a game.
Thank you.
Anytime. Mitch Mayhorter joins me on the LVH1 halftime show. Thank you very much once again to him. 14-6 in favor of Laville here at Lancer Field. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation. Back after this message from First Source Bank and our sponsors.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Back here at Lancer Field, 2 minutes, 38 seconds left, 14-6 in favor of the home team. We lead Winamac, and I'm joined very quickly by Coach Brian Carver, the incomparable coach up top at the press box. Coach, tough, gritty first half, but a 14-6 lead. Talk about what you're seeing up top.
We were able to move the ball well. We could run, and we mixed in a couple passes. Fundamentally, I think we looked okay. We got to stay on more blocks. We're coming off blocks. They're scraping down. And, we're giving up extra yardage that we shouldn't be. But as far as executing what we wanted to do coming in, running the ball, I think we did a much better job than we have in the recent past.
I was going to say, you hit it right on the head with the blocks. With the triple option, weird kind of setup, I guess, that we haven't seen out of this Winamac team before, how do you feel the defense has responded over the first 2 quarters in this contest?
They gave up 6 points to a short field. I think the defense has done a great job of responding, and they're looking at 2 completely different offenses. They're looking at that double wing where everybody's, 5 yards from the ball, and then they spread them out with that twin set in there in shotgun. So that's a tough adjustment. The defense has done great. We've been riding them all year, and, again, only 6 points tonight. They're doing a wonderful job.
Outstanding as always, Coach Brian Carver. Thanks so much. Good luck. We'll let him climb the ladder, get up to his perch. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation. Back after this for the second half here at Lancer Field.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back to Lancer Field. First half stats brought to you by the Coach Shear. Winamac had 38 rushing yards and 22 passing yards and 3 first downs. The Lancers had 90 rushing yards, 44 passing yards, and 8 first downs.
What sticks out to me there, Kenny? Our
Rushing
defense
yards.
has been stout tonight. Our defense has held them to 60 yards in the first half. Of course, they did get on the board following the interception, but that's an outstanding first half effort by the Lancer defense.
It was a good showing by the Lancer defense, also a good showing for the Lancer offense. The rushing game has been outstanding so far with 90 first half yards.
90 yards, I'd be ventured to guess that that's probably more than the total of the first 3 games.
I would probably think you're right.
And we really looked like we were firing off the ball, and Andrew Dill was hitting the open spots and out in open field.
And I would probably think Andrew Dill has most of the 90 rushing yards.
No doubt about that. Robbie Pope's got some tough yardage inside. Haven't seen Colby Watts tonight.
And there's really no need to see him right now. I mean, Andrew Dill's doing enough work down there. So,
well, if we've got the modern-day thunder and lightning go working for us, then let's not change anything up, right?
no, we got the pedal to the metal, and let's not let off on that pedal.
Yep. Lancers get the ball to start the second half, and we're just about ready to go here.
And again, that one score by the Winamac Warriors came off a pick by Leighton Zarnecki.
Short field for the Winamac, and they punched it in 3 plays.
But the Lancers came right back a few plays later and scored a touchdown to answer back.
Yeah, I think that's real key, Kenny. They didn't fold, and they did come back, and that shows a lot of maturity for this young Lancer squad.
So we put up another 14-6. Hello to you, Mr. Shear. Shout out to Mr. Shear.
Hey, Shear, Mr. Shear, get better soon. I hope to see you back real soon. Lancers miss you.
Nice
Second
running
half
start.
Underway.
That's a nice return. Ooh.
Dakota Fay breaking tackles, carrying people.
He got out to about the
45-yard line.
45-ish yard line, maybe 46. At the 45-yard line.
Looks like the Lancers are willing to pick up right where they left off.
Gonna have to reset the clock because that clock just kept going.
Nice call, Coach.
It doesn't look like they will reset it. A lot of time ran off that clock after the play was ruled over. 2-back formation for the Lancers.
Going back to it.
Andrew Dill gets a yard on the play. Second and 9 from the 46.
I think it's imperative that we make a stand here as far as picking up some first downs at very least, marching the ball down the field a little bit, and kind of showing these Winamac Warriors who's boss.
That would probably be the best way to go. I mean, you just move the ball down the field. I mean, it'd be nice to score, but just marching it down the field, eating up the clock,
Aiden
getting
Doyle
some
on the
yards.
left side. Aiden Doyle, the freshman. Oh, he just tripped up after first down.
He played pinball, then he broke a few tackles, and the Lancer rushing game is just blowing the Winamac Warriors apart right now.
Aiden Doyle, our young freshman coming off the field right now after that first down run. He's got to be feeling really good about himself right now.
Well, I would too after a 13-yard gain.
There's 13-yard gain, first down.
First and 10 for the Lancers on the 43-yard line. I formation again. Ball up
Nice
the middle.
Surge, nice surge.
Looks like Robbie Pope gets the ball, and he got the first down, it looks like.
Robbie Pope on the carry.
Rugged run into the teeth of that Winamac defense. Carrying guys for a first down.
Robbie Pope reminds me of Rylan Martin right now.
Rylan Martin, good comparison.
He's just blowing people off the line, and he's playing pinball down there, and he's having fun with it, and he gets a first down out of it.
He's a big, strong kid, and he's getting tough yards for the Lancers.
That's 2 13-yard gains in a row.
We take that, won't we, Coach?
Yes, we will. Any day of the week and Sunday. Ball out to Fig. Fig.
Dakota trying to get the corner.
Gets the outside. He does get the corner.
7-8 yards.
He almost got the first down, too. He reached for it.
What do you think, Coach? We wearing down the Winamac defense?
It looks like it right now. I mean, the Winamac Warriors have played so many snaps on defense right now, and their defense has got to be tired.
They really do. We're talking about two-platoon football. A lot of these guys, both teams truly, are going both ways. I heard it said, I think Winamac's got 8 guys going both ways. It's got to be wearing you down to be chasing around running backs. Here we go again. Beautiful.
Up
beautiful,
the middle.
Beautiful.
And he's going to break it, and he's going to go in for a Laville Lancer touchdown. Andrew Dill breaks one. Finally, he gets the ball into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. And just like that, the Lancers have opened up the lead here. It's now 20-6 with 9:24 to go, and the PAT awaiting.
Did you see at the line of scrimmage, he decided where he was going to go, and he hit that without hesitation.
He
Beautiful run.
He broke a tackle in there as well, and he was just confident to get the ball into the end zone.
Got a little speed, doesn't he, Coach?
A little bit. The kick is up from Dakota Fig, and it is good. So with 9:24 to go in the third quarter, the score now reads Laville 21, Winamac 6.
Makes the score your Lancers 21, Winamac 6.
We keeping it here, Coach?
I believe we're keeping it right here.
Okay. That's just what the doctor ordered, huh?
Yeah.
Start the second half with a march right down the field.
We're going to get you some score updates when we get them. Bremen leads Triton 21-10 in the third quarter. Central Noble 34, Prairie Heights 6 in the third quarter. Jimtown leads Glen by 14 points, 21-7 in the fourth quarter. Concord leads Wawasee 31-14 at halftime. Northridge, here's the score that gets me. Northridge leads Plymouth 12-0 in the third quarter.
Sounds like a slugfest.
Northwood leads Goshen 12-10 in the fourth quarter.
Panthers smarting off last week's narrow loss to the Minutemen.
Penn leads Orchard Lake St. Mary's 31-10.
Where are they from, Kenny?
Orchard Lake St. Mary's is from Michigan.
State of Michigan. Oh!
Townsend on the carry.
Nice return by Gabe Johnson.
Brought down by Robbie Pope.
Robbie Pope gets another tackle. He's been working on both sides of the ball. That
Talking
kid.
about going on both sides of the ball again. Coach Ostrow's has been substituting freely, not only getting guys breathers, but getting valuable experience for our young kids.
Exactly, and that's what you need for this, I would say, young Lancer team.
I would say young Lancer team as well. There they are swarming around the ball on a first down carry up the middle for about 1 yard.
No, he lost the yard. Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of the other way. Don't mind me over here. Do not mind me. He got a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 32. Lancers lead 21-6. And this option look again for Winamac. This time it's starting to work out. He almost got the first down. He looks pretty close.
There's a big fella toting that ball right there. He got up ahead of steam. He's awfully hard to bring down.
Tackle by Jake Martin.
Jake Martin for the Lancers is credited with the tackle. 3rd and 1 from the 44 Winamac. 8:17 to go in this third quarter. And he got the first down and more. Got out to about the 43-yard line. 44.
Saved a touchdown right there. Edgar Alvarado in the tackle also.
And if he would have broke the tackle by Dakota Fig, that would have been 6 points.
Probably would have been 6.
And Winamac will stay with this option look. I don't know what it's called officially. But the run up the middle is stuffed by the Lancer defensive line, excuse me.
Here's an interesting statistic, Kenny. You want to guess how many yards Andrew Dale has right now? We got him for about 88 yards on 13 carries.
Oh, boy.
We take that, huh?
Oh, we'll take that any day and Sunday.
Motion, 37. Swarming. Lancers read that one a whole lot better. They strung him outside where they could catch him a little quicker. Beautiful swarming defense by the Lancers there. There's my man Edgar in the backfield making a tackle.
Back to the Lancer 44-yard line, 3rd down and 10.
Loss of a few yards there. 3rd and 10 from the 44 for Winamac.
They're gonna try the pass, Kenny. They haven't done anything long tonight. Everything's been short.
No, it looks like they're just going to stick with that running game.
Cramped look, huh? Inside.
And it's a reverse,
handoff.
And that is a first down for Winamac.
That's a huge play. That's a huge play. Winamac has given themselves high fives on that huge first down run.
1st and 10, Winamac.
Down to the 33-yard line.
HNAC scoreboard update. Culver 41, West Central nothing in the third quarter. And this option look, Winamac is just going to keep it. It's been working for them so far, and they are going to pass out of it. Oh, you could have called the flag there on for holding.
Nice little nifty run by their quarterback.
Jed Smith on the carry.
I know what you mean, Kenny. It looked like that might have been a hold back there, but I think their lineman just pancaked our defender.
I believe that's what it was. There was no flag on the play.
Ball down to the Lancer 19-yard line.
Ends up being a first down for Winamac from the at the 19. Pitch.
Pretty good
gets
pursuit.
About 4.
Speaking of penalties, Kenny, I don't recall a single one tonight on either side.
No, I don't remember seeing any laundry on the field, so
that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Both coaches have to be pretty happy with that aspect of their game.
So we got a 2nd and 7 now for Winamac at the 16-yard line.
Nice little drive by Winamac. Outside, missed the tackle. Shy of the first down.
This looks like a triple option here, look for Winamac.
Jacob Good coming in on the defensive line. Jacob Hominick as well. RJ and Gettner and Seth Snyder off.
You got about 2 yards on the carry, 3rd and 5 from the 14 with 4:40 to go in the third quarter.
Big play on both sides. Big play on both sides.
So big 3rd down.
Real close to the first down. I believe he got it.
And he got the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for Winamac at the Lancer 8-yard line. Chumley on the carry for Winamac, tackled by Edgar Alvarado. Gets 3 yards on the carry, 2nd and 5 from the 5.
I don't think Winamac's going to go away from doing what they do.
They stuck with this running game.
They feel they could punch it in from here. Remains to be seen. We'll see how it works out. Stopped.
Chumley again on the carry.
Maybe 2.
He got about 1 or 2 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. He got 2 yards. Tyler Holland on the tackle.
Pick up 1 on the play.
Way to go, Tyler.
Ball's on the Lancer 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal.
Jed Rock coming off the field. Zach Atkinson back in, trying to plug it up in the inside there.
The goal line stand would be huge here for the Lancers. 3rd and 3. And he got it. Winamac answers the touchdown.
That's a nice drive by Winamac. They answered ours with one of their own. Now are they going to go for 1 or are they going to go for 2? My guess is they would go for 2. Got a Warrior down, shaken up a little bit.
Injury timeout. Looks like we're going to keep it here. Some more updates on the score. We're going to go to a timeout here. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more
in the 3rd quarter.
Good to see Winamac lineman. Looked like it was 74. Quentin Talley getting off on his own power. Good sign.
It's an awkward placement of the ball all the way over on the Laville side.
They can choose that.
Winamac is going for 2. Pitch flag. Believe we do have a false start.
Chumley on the carry is a flag on the play.
Lancers offside or the other way?
False start on Winamac. Penalties decline.
Lancers kept him out of the end zone.
Extra point attempt is not good.
So with 3:08 left to go in the third quarter, the score now reads Laville 21, Winamac 12, and we will keep it right here. First Source Bank is proud to support Laville athletics. Visit a branch today or online at firstsourcebank.com to learn more about our e-student checking account, member FDIC. And we will update the scoreboard here. 21-10, Bremen leads Triton in the third quarter. Brother Rice and Elkhart Memorial, Brother Rice out of Michigan, are all knotted at 0 in the first quarter still. Concord leads Wawasee 31-14 at the half. Jimtown leads Glenn 21-7 in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka leads Adams 29-28 in the fourth quarter. Marion leads South Bend Riley 13-6. Northridge still holding on to a 12-point lead over Plymouth, 12-0 in the third quarter. Northwood still holding on to that 2-point lead, 12-10 in the fourth quarter. And St. Joe is whomping on South Bend Clay, 50-8.
St. Joe's got something going on this year, don't they, Coach?
Yes, they do. And Penn still whomping on Orchard Lake St. Mary's out of Michigan, 31-10 in the third quarter.
That Brother Rice team that one of the Elkhart teams is playing, didn't Penn have them last week?
Yes, they did, and Penn whomped on them.
Austin Brandt will kick off for Winamac.
Well, it's a 9-point spread in football. That's good news for the team with the ball because obviously it takes more than one score to catch up with you.
Little pooch kick.
Kicking it away from Dakota, no doubt.
Was his knee down back here, did
I
it look
believe
like?
It was.
And the ref was all over that. Final score here to give you final from Warsaw and Elkhart Memorial. Warsaw won 17-6. So Warsaw bouncing back after a 42-7 throttling over Plymouth, which my dad was happy to see that.
That makes you feel pretty good, doesn't it, Coach?
It makes me happy to see, yes, it does.
Flag down. Illegal formation?
Maybe.
You counting men out there?
Illegal substitution. I believe 12 men on the field on the defense.
Okay. We'll take a free 5 yards, won't we, Coach?
Oh, we'll take anything right now. Hey, it's positive yardage.
About 3 minutes left in the third quarter. We grind this out. Take some time off the clock. It's almost too early to be talking about that. Let's put it in the end zone.
Yeah, let's get another touchdown. Why not? 3:04 left to go in the third quarter. 21-12. Lancers lead over the Winamac Warriors. So Laville has a 1st and 5. It's rare you ever see a 1st and 5 from the 30-yard line.
Take a chance here if you want.
They're going to run it up the middle.
Or you can stick with what's working.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. I mean, Robbie Pope and Andrew Dill have led the Lancers in rushing yards.
They certainly have.
And I know that Robbie Pope is loving this pinball game he's playing right now. Just
He's
bouncing off of tacklers.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure he likes the physical contact. Shout out to the offensive line. Clear across the board. I've been doing a incredible job of opening holes for these Lancer backs.
Pitch out to Andrew Dill. Dill breaks a few tackles. Dill on the outside. He's going. He's still going. He gets out of bounds.
And a late hit.
It's a late hit out of bounds, yeah. The whole press box up here was wanting that flag, and they got it. Quick score update here. The Falcons have pushed it into the end zone over Jimtown. It's now 21-14.
That's a good old-fashioned NSC.
New NIC rivalry.
New NIC rivalry. Formerly NSC.
I was going to say that tonight as well. I saw that game, and I was like, wow, that is a old-fashioned NSC, now NIC rivalry.
For years, those two carried the bulk of the NSC in football, certainly. Now they're finding it a little bit tougher sledding, huh?
Jimtown really was the backbone of the NSC.
If not the entire northern Indiana.
And then New Prairie came into the mix there, too.
True.
Andrew Dill
picking his
turns
way.
it back up. Gets a couple out of it. Hey, it's positive yardage. We'll take anything positive tonight.
Indeed.
Dakota Fig on the carry.
That's
Fig.
Dakota.
Never mind.
By Dylan Fox.
And it's more than just 1 or 2. He got about 5 yards on that, Kenny.
He's credited with 4. 2nd and 6 from the 22. With a minute 50 to go in this third quarter, and the Lancers are looking like they're going to get it into the end zone here.
Andrew Dill back in.
Do you go to Dill or do you go to Pope here?
I think they're going to go. They're going to go wide, left side.
Dill up the middle. He had a hole. He saw the hole. Just couldn't get by.
He didn't take any time getting there, did he, Kenny?
No.
Yeah.
That's the one thing he's done tonight. He's really exploded through the gaps.
Yes.
Any gap that he's had, he's waited for it to open up from his offensive line. Credit to them for giving him the holes to get through there and get up to the secondary.
Yeah, and he's taken full advantage of that, too. I'm just so impressed by our offense tonight. We talked about this maybe being a breakout night for our offense. This might be a coming out party. We're down to about a minute to go in the third quarter. We're dominating the line of scrimmage right now. Misdirection.
The misdirection play gets about 5 yards. Got to keep them honest with anything and everything right now.
That's right. You don't want to become too predictable.
Winamac loaded the box and they wanted it up the middle, and they stopped it up the middle, but too bad it was on the outside.
And they got coming off.
They got about 4 yards on the play, so 2nd and 6 from the 10-yard line.
Clock running. We're down to under about a minute, half a minute to go in the quarter.
Right now, the Lancers are just going to work that clock all the way down.
Right side.
Pitch. Believe
Picking his
that
spots.
Andrew Dill. Dill breaks a few tackles. Did he get it over the pylon? Yes, he did. Woo! He got it over the pylon before he was tackled out of bounds. So put it on the board. Yes. Andrew Dill gets his 3rd touchdown on the ground tonight, and he's just exploded in this game.
Nice run. He saw his opening, but you know what? He had to lower his head and get into the end zone. It didn't come easy for him. That kid's shown me a lot tonight.
And what we saw, too, is he wanted to go right up the middle there, but he turned it back outside once he saw the hole, and he exploded, and he got 6 points out of it as Dakota Fig lines up for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. So with 12 seconds to go in this third quarter, the score now reads Laville 28, Winamac 12, and we will take the timeout as well. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member.
And we're back to Lancer Field. It's Dakota Fig will kick it off for the Lancers. It's a short kick. Oh, fumbles the ball. He muffed it. And he really doesn't get anything out of it from there. Return of about 2 yards, maybe. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Winamac at the 31-yard line with 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. And I think if you're Winamac, you just take a knee and you just go into the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, our Lancer offense started that drive at about the 40-yard line. I'm going by memory, about a 60-yard drive. We're talking about them getting more than 50-yard drives at a time. Mission accomplished.
And
Double reverse.
Saw a stat update here from Coach Shear. Shout out again. Andrew Dill has 16 carries for 129 yards, plus 3 touchdowns on the ground.
He's opening the Lancer Nation's eyes to a new running back in town.
And that will be the end of the third quarter. 28-12 is the score. The Lancers lead. We were going to take the timeout as well. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at Laville Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.ksgulf.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
And we're back to Lancer Field. First Source Bank is known being far more helpful than big in personal banks. Their service has been rating best in the Midwest for 2 years in a row. Don't settle for less. Switch today and partner with First Source Bank, proud sponsor of Laville Athletics, member FDIC. And you were talking in the break in the break here. You wanted to say something about the great Mr. Matt Florian.
Mr. Matt Florian. We're going to miss him. If Lancer Nation knows, this is his last telecast here at Laville. He's moving on to different pastures. We're going to miss him as a teacher and as a broadcasting director.
We will definitely miss him. He's the one who started this whole thing, and
nice catch.
This is great. This is awesome to see. You can watch football games on YouTube. So him starting this whole broadcasting thing and building up the broadcasting department is just wonderful to see.
Definitely brought Laville into the 21st century in this regard. Meanwhile,
there's a game going on.
Beautiful pitch and catch there by Winamac for a first down on 3rd and long. A huge play for them.
Stretching out this Lancer defense. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line with 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. And the handoff goes nowhere.
Sniff that out.
Oh, man. Lancer defense has been all over the field tonight, stopping the run.
First on the contact.
And he lost 4 yards on the play.
Speaking of number 22, have we said his name tonight? Robbie Pope?
Oh, Robbie Pope. I don't think we've said him a lot. No.
Oh, that was an outstanding hit right there.
Robbie Pope on both sides of the ball is just working his butt off tonight, and we applaud him for that. He's played pinball on offense, and he's getting tackles on defense.
Pass.
Pitch out to the outside, and he goes nowhere. He's met right away by 2 Lancer defenders.
Alvarado. This young man has made huge strides, and just in the right nick of time, because we lost a lot in our defensive secondary last year, Kenny.
Yes, we did. We lost a lot, but it's nice to see our secondary stepping up. Even though they are a little bit young, they still got enough experience to where they know how to play. And you saw there Edgar Alvarado.
Johnny on the spot.
He wasn't very close to him, but once he saw the ball in the air, he just ran towards the receiver and knocked him down. Well, quarterback was hit, but caught.
Completed that, close to first down yardage, about 2 yards short.
Ball was caught by Austin Brandt, but he was short by about 1 or 2 yards, and they will go for it on 4th and 2 at the 48.
Inside
And,
handoff.
handoff goes
Snell.
nowhere.
Jacob
And the
Good in
Lancers
the
once
backfield.
again. The Lancers again snuffing the run. They had nothing doing on that play, and the Lancers will take over in excellent field position with 9:40 to go again, and they're already threatening to score again.
Clock's in our favor, field position's in our favor. Jacob Good's name, 2 outstanding plays tonight. Huge, 1 touchdown grab. That one stopping them on 4th and 2 in the backfield.
The Lancers take over in prime field position, 41-yard line of Winamac, 9:40 to go, and they have a 28-12 lead.
I think number 23 might see the ball sometime.
Maybe 22 might see the ball too. They're going to pass. The ball is caught.
Jacob Good.
Jacob Good again. He called his name 2 times in a row here.
I didn't see that one coming, Coach. I
I
see
didn't
that
either.
one coming. Layton took a shot when he delivered. They had to help him off the ground, but he's up and he wants to run this offense. Meanwhile,
he is a tough young man.
He's a tough young man. He's growing up and before our eyes tonight as we speak.
1st and 10 for the Lancers at the 28-yard line. The pitch to Andrew Dill turns it around the outside.
There's a nice play
and
right
he,
there.
He
Nice
got about
defensive
2
play.
yards on the play.
Tackle by Kobe Johnson. Pick up down to the 25-yard line.
He got 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7 from the 25.
There's no give up in these Winamac Warriors, Kenny, but you just got to wonder if Lancer offense might be wearing them down.
We said that early on in the 3rd quarter. You know, Winamac has 8 players playing on both sides of the ball, and you could just tell that those players playing both sides of the ball are just tired. The defense for Winamac has been out there a lot.
A long time.
And that is a false start by the Lancers.
Is that our first penalty of the night,
That is
Kenny?
the first penalty of the night. Winamac has 2, Laville has 1 in the way of penalties. So to move it back 5 yards, this will make it that a 2nd and 12 from the 30. As Braxton Sauer enters the game.
Jimmy Fisher coming out.
2nd down and 12.
Clock runs even after a penalty.
And it doesn't matter right now. The Lancer offense is just going to work the ball. They're just going to run the ball the whole way.
Not particularly in a hurry, are they?
No, they're not. It may look like the Lancers might throw the ball in this formation. He's got to get the ball off. And a timeout by the Lancers.
Timeout, Lancers.
We're going to keep it right here. LVH1 Broadcasting is always looking for donors and sponsors for athletic broadcasts. Email us today at broadcasting.unorth.k12.in.us and join LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation today. First Source Bank is proud to support Laville Athletics. Visit a branch today or online at firstsource.com to learn about our e-student checking account. Member FDIC. A few more scores here to pass along. Northwood leads Goshen 19-10 in the 4th quarter. Northridge and Plymouth still 12-0 lead for the Raiders of Northridge in the 3rd quarter. South Bend Clay did end up scoring, and they fall, and they're trailing right now 50-14 in the 4th quarter to St. Joe. So with 8:10 left in the game.
Quarterback draw. Layton gets.
He got it back to the original
line.
So give him about 2 yards on the play. We got 3rd and 10.
Interesting call coming up here, Kenny. You don't want to get too conservative, but you don't want to get too foolish either. Time is certainly on the Lancer side. Winamac would have to score actually 4 times. It's not true that you have to score twice because you have to score not only a touchdown, but a 2-point conversion, which basically acts like a 4th and 3rd. So my opinion, my humble opinion is they've got to score 4 times to get us to tie us up.
Very good explanation here. And Lancers will come up short. Now the question is, what will the Lancers do here on 4th down? They got about, they got 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th and 6.
You got about 30 seconds to play with to decide that, Kenny. I think they're going to go for it.
And they're just going to go for it.
Take over if they don't get the first down. Jimmy Fisher coming in, Braxton coming out. Could that mean a pass?
No. The Lancers are going to stick with the running game. Make that 4th and 7 actually for the Lancers.
If they try to get it out to Jimmy.
Ball's on the 24. Handoff. That's good. That's good enough for a first down and more. So Andrew Dill on the carry.
Did you say it was time for a pass?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
you said it was time for a pass.
Oh, okay.
I was the one who said, hey, we're going to run the ball. Like I said, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
And you were right.
The Lancer running game has just opened up a can.
Isn't this great to see?
It is great to see.
If you're a Lancer fan, is there anything we would rather see than this young line, young defensive, offensive backs getting some positive yardage and really, really, really looking exciting doing it?
I think Lancer fans are just happy to see them bounce back after the throttling over Pioneer.
That's a good point, Kenny. Loss there.
Loss of about a yard.
Is that Dakota?
That was Dakota Fig on the carry. He lost a yard on the play.
That's a good point about bouncing back from last week. They could have been down, losing 41-0 to the #1 team in the state, Class A. But like I said, my feeling was they were feeling confident come into tonight. Winamac with a new coach, new system, maybe going through some growing pains of their own. And the Lancers have really responded to the challenge, bouncing back.
2nd and 12 here from the 13-yard line for the Lancers. It's going to be a pass. Almost a catch by Braxton Sauer.
Let him a little too much.
That was a great pass by Leighton Zarnecki. Just a little bit less air, and he would have had that into the hands of Braxton Sauer for another touchdown.
Threw that one a little bit off his back foot, may have carried on him a little bit more than he wanted it to.
So we got a 3rd and 11 from the 12-yard line with 5:20 to go in the game.
Okay, you're the coach. You going to run it now or you going to pass it?
You're going to run it.
2-down territory?
It's 2-down territory all the way from here.
I agree. See what they do. Late
There'll be another pass. He's looking for Jacob Good in the corner. Overthrows him. So it's 4th and 11 now from the 12-yard line. Do you take the points, or do you say, hey, our defense has been playing great all game. Let's pin him back deep here.
Well, at this field position, nothing's guaranteed as far as a field goal. I go for it, run a little clock, turn it over on downs if necessary. We said this before, and let your defense take over. They've got to go the length of the field if they do stop us. Reset the time.
Reset the play clock. And there we go. So 25 seconds for the Lancers to figure out what they want to do. Lancers will go for it. I believe they will run the ball. It's expected for them to run the ball. Pitch to Dill. Dill breaks. He almost had it. Fumbles the ball. No, he was down before.
Is that the first time we put the ball on the ground tonight, Kenny?
I believe it was. But it was when he was down on the ground. It would have been
down anyway.
It would have been down anyway. So the Warriors are pinned way deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their 5-yard line with 5:06.
Yep.
So they got 95 yards to go with 5:06.
And
Can they do it?
How many scores do they have to get to tie us, Kenny? They've got to score how many times?
4.
4 times. Swing pass, Edgar. Robbie Pope cleaned it up there.
Pass complete to Dylan Fox. Tackle by Robbie Pope.
Dylan Fox, that's a name we've heard a little bit tonight on Winamac side, isn't it, Kenny?
Yes, it
Both
is.
sides of the ball.
It's both sides of the ball, yes. Dylan Fox has an interception credited to him. That was early on in the second quarter, I believe.
About the only thing the Lancers have really nice hit.
And
nice
another stop by the Lancer defense on the running game.
Tyler Holland.
Tyler
We've heard
Holland
his name
again.
tonight a few times.
And mostly on defense. He's doing a nice job down there, plugging up the holes
Good
for the
to
running
see.
game.
Injury-riddled career, senior now, is playing like he wants to play in Friday Night Lights.
A third and three from the 12 with 4 minutes to go. Pass.
Quick pass.
On the outside. Cuts it back. It is a first down.
Nice run. David King. Nope, that's Tyler again on a tackle. First down yardage, though.
Tyler Holland again. Oh, man.
First and 10, Winamac.
Keep him in the middle of the field, fellas. Clock's still running.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Just under 3:50 to go in the game. Pass up the middle. Ooh. He's met right away.
Devin Schaff with a thunderous hit.
Right as he caught the ball. Dylan Fox hit immediately. But it's good for a Winamac first down. First and 10 for the Warriors at the 35.
Your name, Devin, I apologize.
Pass again. Ooh, no. That hit the ground. Then the ref was right there to spot it.
Pass intended for Fox is
Fox again was the intended receiver on the play.
Stops the clock with 3:26 to go.
So we got a second and 10 from the 35.
35-yard line.
Still in their own side of the field.
Warriors have moved the ball only 30 yards.
On this drive.
Ooh! That was a thunderous hit. Oh,
is that
man.
Tyler? Is that Tyler or is that David?
Smith is incomplete.
David King just decleated that quarterback.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know he can do that, too.
Oh, my gosh.
There is
How did the
man.
quarterback get back up from that hit? Right as he threw the ball, David King was right in his face.
If it was your color, man, I can guarantee you he would not have been getting up right away.
No. If that was me, I'd still be down on the ground. A deep pass.
Who's playing center field for the Lancers.
And pass is broken up. That quarterback threw it in the triple coverage there. And it could have been picked
Nathan
off.
Nichols on coverage.
Yes, Nathan Nicholas-Peterson. But that makes it fourth down for the Warriors at the 35. And you know that the Warriors are going to go for it. With 3:13 to go, it's plenty of time for the Lancers to do something with the ball. They most likely will run out the clock when they get the ball back. That is if Andrew Dill can't break one again. He's broken a few tonight.
Let's see what they do on fourth down first, Kenny. Don't put the cart before the horse.
Pass out again. He's going downfield. Pass is
Broken
broken up
Lancers.
again.
Edgar Alvarado on coverage. Has he played a big game tonight or what?
Yes, he has.
All 145 pounds of that man.
He's played a great game, and they will take over in prime real estate at the 35-yard line with 3:06 to go.
Edgar, don't feel bad that you didn't corral that ball in. It actually worked to the Lancers' favor that the ball hit the ground. Otherwise, that would have been almost like a punt.
It would have.
So now the Lancers have excellent field position.
Lancers going to the wishbone formation. Give Give to Robbie Pope, and once again, he's just keeping his feet up and just moving.
Wait, was that Ryland? Did you say Ryland?
I said Robbie Pope.
Robbie. You were right. He does kind of look like Ryland out there,
He does look
Kenny.
like Ryland. He doesn't have the meat on his body yet,
Not
but
yet.
he's looking like he does while the way he's running the ball tonight. We will take the timeout as well. So 28-12 is the score. Lancers lead with 2:56 to go in the game. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
And we're back to Lancer Field. LVH1 Broadcasting is always looking for donors and sponsors for our athletic broadcasts. Email us today at broadcasting.unorth.k12.in.us and join LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation. And we've got some surprising news here. Northridge, get this, this is interesting. Northridge is the first team to ever shut out Plymouth in 15 years. 12-0.
Interesting.
So that means that Northridge is now 4-0.
In a tough NLC conference.
Plymouth falls for the first time this year, 3-1.
Final score, Northridge 12, Plymouth 0.
And once again, the whole crowd over here is like, whoa.
Speaking of the crowd, we got a nice Lancer crowd tonight. I see some alumni sitting out there. There's a blast from the past. Parker. Let's see. I've seen Isaac H tonight. I've seen several. Is that Adam with Parker down there? Parker Horvath. Nice to see the Lancer crowd turning out.
Yes, that's Parker down
these
there.
Young Lancers.
So the give up the middle, believed to Robbie Pope, goes nowhere. Timeout Winamac. Tackle was made by 57. No.
They're burning up their timeouts. I think that's their last.
That is their last timeout. And it's 4th down for the Lancers.
And did you notice Lancer running backs are wrapping both hands around the ball, knowing full well that the defense is trying to strip it out. It doesn't hurt to have honors-type kids in your backfield, Kenny.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And the way that Robbie Pope is running, he's running on a mission tonight. He's running with authority. And like I said, he's playing pinball down there with the defensive line.
It's great to see our backs breaking tackles, that's for certain.
Final score out of the NIC South Division. Final score, Jimtown 28, Glen 14.
Good old-fashioned Friday Night Lights.
And that's a good old-fashioned football game right there. If you want some good quality football, that is.
Jimmy's back on track tonight. Andrew Dill looks like he's a little bit short.
He's short. He only gained about a yard on the play. So 1st and 10 for Winamac now as they take over.
It would have been nice to get a first down there, Kenny, but you know what? With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, no sense of urgency to the Lancer offense. Let the defense take care of it from here.
Final score again, Rochester throttles Whitkill 37-7. Penn also beats Orchard Lake St. Mary's in a game that wasn't even close. 38-17, the Kingsmen are now 3-1.
You've seen them play this year, haven't you, Kenny?
I have not, unfortunately.
Breaks containment. Braxton runs him out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds. Jeb Smith, the quarterback for Winamac, gets a first down. Yes, he does. Got to move the
Winamac 36-yard line. Second down and 1.
No, we got 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 from the 36.
Oh. Sure.
Pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for Pugh is incomplete.
David King was in on the quarterback, rushed that throw.
Dakota Fig on the coverage. 3rd down and 1.
High-scoring game over here. Angola is beating West Noble 72-14 in the 4th quarter.
Angola laid a hammer to the Jimmies, so they must be for real.
They must be. 3rd and 1 here for Winamac. Can they get this first down? No, they can't. Is that David King again?
That's Tyler Holland.
David King
David
again
King. My
on the sack. And he's tackled all the way back, almost at the original line of scrimmage. So make that 4th and 9. Loss of 8
David
yards
King,
on the play.
What a huge play.
On the
Seems to
pass.
I don't
Pass
think it's
is
a first
no,
down.
and it's not a first down. The Lancers, well, both teams right now just trading the ball back and forth. Who wants it? Who wants it?
Dakota Fig saved, kept possession in the Lancers' favor. Held him shy of the first down. Good defensive stand, Lancers.
Couple more score updates here. Concord leads Wawasee 45-29 in the 4th quarter.
Interesting.
Marion still leads Riley in a close battle, 13-6.
Is that the Marion team that just beat St. Joe?
I believe so. Mishawaka and Adams are going to overtime, tied at 36.
Wow. I bet that's a lot of fun. Lancers under 2 minutes to go.
And the wishbone, Robbie Pope again.
No timeouts left by Winamac.
And the Lancers can just run the ball.
Pick up a 1 on the play. Ball beyond the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 9.
Pope only got a yard on the play, 2nd and 9 from the 35, but it really doesn't matter anymore.
You know, this is a pretty well-balanced attack tonight, Kenny. We had our running game going. We had a little bit of a passing game when we needed it, keep the defense honest, but our defense, take away the turnover, and our defense really only gave up 1 sustained drive.
Yeah, they did. Andrew Dill again on the outside, only gains about.
That's Dakota, I think, Kenny.
Tackle again by Austin
To go to Fig, never mind.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 9.
Got about a half yard on the play, but we're at a minute to go, and it looks like the Lancers will just hold on for a 28-12 win over the Winamac Warriors.
2 more snaps. One more snap.
You can
is
just
all
take a
we
knee
really
here,
have to
actually.
do.
You just waste the play clock down, and then just take a knee.
Don't call a timeout, Coach. Don't call a timeout.
He's not.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. I've never understood this. I'm no coach. But
Neither am I.
Why do you stop the clock when you want to run it? I don't get it. But coaches know what they're doing.
And they know more than what we know.
This is an outstanding effort by the Lancers. Outstanding effort.
Actually, the Lancers just take the delay of game penalty. So there's 26 seconds. If they do decide to take the knee, there will be 1 second to go, but it doesn't matter. The Lancers will walk out of here victorious tonight as they win over the Winamac Warriors 28-12 and improve to 2-2 on the year, and Winamac will fall to 1-3 on the season. And this is a great way to send Mr. Matt Florian out with a win for the Lancers. And the Lancer offense was in control tonight. The Lancer defense dominated tonight. Overall, it was just a nice win for the Lancers.
Very nice win for the Lancers, both sides of the ball. Both teams out there congratulating each other on a well-fought game. conference game.
We're gonna take a short timeout. We'll be back for our post-game wrap-up after this short timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at Laville Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
This is what.
And we're back to Lancer Field as the Lancers have just come up with the win, 28-12 over the Winamac Warriors. So a score that we've been looking at the whole night. Mishawaka defeats South Bend Adams in a close battle, 42-36 in overtime.
Big win for the Cavemen.
That is a big win indeed for the Cavemen. We'll look at some more scores here, and it looks like Concord will be victorious tonight as they're winning 45-29 in the fourth quarter against Wawasee. Marion still leads South Bend Riley in a close game, 13-6. And Northwood has defeated Goshen tonight, 19-10. And South Bend Clay is still playing for pride right now as they lead, as they're losing to South Bend Riley by 30, 50-20 in the fourth quarter. New Prairie all over South Bend, Washington tonight, 43-7. Niles, Michigan leads Fairfield 7-0. That's a final score. So I want to hear your takes. What are your takeaways from this game tonight for the Lancers?
Well, we talked about the Lancers feeling a little bit confident despite the defeat they took last week to Pioneer. I think they redeemed themselves nicely. Is that not stating the obvious? The offense came, really showed life pretty much for the first time all year. Leighton Sarnecki, the freshman quarterback, is settling into this extremely nicely, his role. The running backs ran with authority and purpose. And congratulate the offensive line. And, of course, the defense has been stellar all season long.
So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight from this broadcast. Again, your final score, the Lancers 28, Warriors 12. So our credits tonight, the camera persons were Levi Holderman, Alex Scarbeck, Mackenzie Wise, Christy Harville, and Jamie Bush. Our audio and replay was done by the great Jacob Zeiger. Our producer tonight was Vernon Birch. Directors were Mr. Matthew Florian and Miss Else Walter. And the commentators tonight, Elise, I'm sorry, I butchered that. Miss Elise Walters, I'm sorry, I butchered that name completely, I'm sorry. And your commentators tonight were Mr. Wayranger, and I'm Kenny Kramer signing off from Lancer Field. Good night, and as always, go Lancers.